Alright, I guess one of the consequences of winning pretty quickly round 1 is I definitely have to wait a while for this round to start here. We won the die roll again, but we will take a mulligan. And, do we want to take another mulligan, or do we want to wait to draw into a threat? I have no idea what Gritsan is playing. I guess I will keep this hand of mana and hope to draw a threat. Just don't like going to 5 cards in a deck that has 17 land. Plains Javelineer Forest. Alright, so if we do not end up seeing a standard bearer, we could be doing decently, but if he plays standard bearer, I might as well just scoop. Now, as far as the white weenie decks go nowadays, they're pretty much all token decks. You don't get nearly as many white weenie creature decks anymore. Loyal Cathar. Alright, Loyal Cathar is very painful to play against when you're playing mono black control because you just edict it and your edict has pretty much no effect. Especially when they play their core Sky Fisher and return it to their hand. Alright, taking 3, going to 16. Opponent has 4 power on the board, so he can finish me off in 4 turns. And now he's Squadron Hawk. So this will be a great blocker. I need to draw a creature and an Armadillo Cloak. Ideally, my creature won't be an Aura Gnarlid, because he probably has the Journey to Nowhere in hand. And I just haven't been drawing any creatures. Monomorphos, draw a card, draw another Ancestral Mask. Alright, so that's 11 cards in the deck, 0 creatures. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to scoop here. I can't beat, even if I draw a creature next turn, it's useless. Five turns from now. Well, if we cycle the Monomorphos, it would be 4, so 5 draws. Until we'd hit creature number 1. Alright, that's going to happen. I'm assuming you bring in. I'll bring in Savage Punch, Oblivion Ring, Oblivion Ring. Bring in some Scattershot Archers as well because he's running Squadron Hawk. And bring in a Tangle. Alright, that's a lot of cards I just got in there. Take out Aura Gnarlids as they are targetable by his Journey to Nowheres. I guess so are the Scattershots, but at least Scattershot only cost me 1 mana. whereas foreknowledge will cost me 3, so as far as tempo goes, that will be on my side. Alright, 64 card deck currently. The good thing about the Bogle is it's a multicolored card, so it gets around his Guardian of the Guild pack. Take out 2 Rancors, because I really just can't figure out what to take out here. An Ancestral Mask. And I'll take out 1 Archer, so we'll run 2 Archers. Alright, that seems decent. Didn't see any tokens on his side. Who do you like to play first? Yes. I will keep. Alright, we can go Bogle turn 1. Ethereal Armor turn 2. And then if he does play Standard Bearer, we can Savage Punch it. We won't get the +2/+2, but it will still be enough to kill it. Utopia's Sprawl is Forest. White. I think I should cycle Monomorphose here. White, green. Ancestral Mask is a great draw. Enchant the Bogle. And swing with a 3/3. Wonder if he runs the White Edict. Target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. I think it's Celestial Purge. Two mana makes Elf. Who knew a mono white deck running elves? Well, that guy gets to block us twice, so. I will just Ancestral Mask. I was thinking about doing Abundant Growth, but I forgot we would not be able to still cast Ancestral Mask. So I'll swing with an 8/8. He's probably going to chump block. Alright, this game so far is going fairly well. We get our plant token in. I wonder if he will use the Javelinier's ping ability on the plant token. It's ideal that we drew the Bogle as opposed to our 1-drop elf, because if he does end up getting a Guardian down, the protection from multicolor, as I say, will not be relevant. Alright, he plays a Bone Splitter and is attacking us with the elf and holding back the Javelineer. So he's going to chump block the Bogle and he's going to ping the plant token. Alright, draw another Utopia Spell. So our Bogle is getting huge, but currently does not have Trample. 14/14 first strike, no Trample. The only question is, who does he want to chump with? I mean, I could see him chumping with the Benevolent Bodyguard, or sacrificing him for whatever reason to give the Javelineer protection if he wants to play the Skyfisher and return the Javelin to his hand. Plant token dies. If I were him, I would just let the Javelineer die. And he does. Another Bodyguard. Alright, so he can give his guy protection from green or protection from blue if he wants to. Just now I feel silly sliding out those Rancors, because Rancor on the Spogel would probably just finish this game and we'd go on to game 3. Drawing lots of orders here for lands. Ethereal Arm is fine, but it doesn't, our creature's already a 17/17, so maybe he has the destroy all enchantments white spell. So I'll just hold that in my hand. He's got 17 life, swing with a 17/17, he has to chump block anyways, so. Alright, that tells me that he's probably running the core Skyfisher, because he would want to save this guy because he can probably use the core Skyfisher to return him to his hand, and then cast him again, and then get 2 blocks out of him. Armadillo Cloak is definitely my best draw at this point. Rancor is also fine. Alright, now he could have the Celestial Purge, or he can have Prevent All Damage from a green source. Let's see. Yeah, Celestial Purge, and things are looking really bad. He definitely has something though, so let's see what it is. Hopefully he taps 3 mana as opposed to 2. 2 mana means my Bogle's gonna die. 3 mana. Alright, yep, Prismatic Strands. Three mana just means we're preventing damage. Play the Scout. Put Ethereal Armor on the Scout. Now she's an 8/8, that should be a good blocker. Here comes the Guardian of the Guild Pack. Oh no, Course Sanctifier. Sorry, he's probably going to go for the Ancestral Mask here. Yep. Alright, now we have 2 7/7 First Strikers. Now he can flash back the Prismatic Strands anytime he wants. We'll just attack with 1 7/7. Hold the Bogle back to block. Let's see if he flashes it back or he takes. Alright, look at that. He takes the 7 damage. It's not going to be lethal. No reason to play the Forest. Guardian of the Guild Pack. Draw another Forest. Alright, so if I just attack with the Glade Cover Scout, he can block with the Guardian of the Guild pack, and I don't have any trample. So that means if I'm going to attack, it has to be with the Bogle. He chooses not to flashback Prismatic Strand, so now I do have the option of casting Savage Punch, which could be fairly decent. Both of my creatures are big enough where if he plays a Standard Bearer, I can still just use these creatures to finish out the game. And it might make him use the Prismatic Strands now, so... Oh, I cannot target his Guardian because this is a mono green card. So I will not even bother. When he's equipping the Guardian, probably gonna swing in just for 4. Alright, I'll take the 4, but now I can attack with just the Glade Cover Scout and save back the Bogle to block the Guardian, which means he will have to hold him back, and we'll be trading off on who gets to attack. Still, the ideal draw for me is Armadillo Cloak, but I draw Forest. Definitely a mistake siding out some Rancors. If I would have drawn 1 Rancor, it would have forced him to use that Prismatic Strands a long time ago instead of these weak chump blocks that he gets to keep making. Yeah, there's the Core Skyfisher, which lets him return the Safehold Elite. The Core Skyfisher also has flying, so he can fly in over my guys. There's the Rancor. So now we can make him use prismatic strands, finally. The question is, who do I want to cast the Rancor on? If I cast it on the Bogle, that makes things better for getting around the Guardian of the Guild Pack. If I cast it on the Gladecover Scout, I can attack with the Gladecover Scout and hold back the Bogle to hold back the Guardian. So that's what I like. Cast Rancor, she should become a 10-8. Now I believe he will flash back Prismatic Strands. You could still just jump with the Safe Hold Elite and go to 2. And that is exactly what he... Oh no, he flashes back the Prismatic Strands. He has 1 card in hand and he's going to be drawing a card here. I imagine he's going to equip the Bone Splitter to the core Sky Fisher and swing with that. Well, now he actually gets to kill this creature, and it will prevent all the damage, so no first strike. I'll lose the Ethereal Armor, and I'll get my Rancor back for the Bogle. I'm thinking he's going to, just equip the core Sky Fisher and attack just with that. He's attacking with everyone. Block the Bodyguard. Not sure if I can wait until first strike damage goes through and then cast this after, so I'll just cast this now just to be safe. He plays a Razor Golem and he keeps up enough mana to play another Prismatic Strands. Alright, if I Savage Punch, he can actually give the Razor Golem protection from green. Now let's see, Razor Golem plus Bone Splitter is still only going to be 5, so I should not lose next turn. Now if I don't cast Savage Punch, he can just take all of the damage. Pretty sure with this Bodyguard in play though, I just want to attack. Hopefully he doesn't have another Prismatic Strands, but he does have one card in his hand that he hasn't played, and he left Prismatic Strands mana open. Alright, he wouldn't have sacrificed the Bodyguard if he had Prismatic Strands in play, and none of these creatures will untap. And I'll play Ledgewalker. Alright, so we still got him down to 5. Which means the 9-powered Bogle with Trample will have just enough power to get through the Razor Golem. That's not including Savage Punch. He equips the Bone Splitter. He can swing in for 5 and bring me down to 2. Loyal Cathar. Loyal Cathar does not worry me because Savage Punch will be able to take out the Razor Golem. Now, unless that one card is the White Edict, we should be going to game 3. Alright, what did we learn there? The fog effect was very strong. But I want Rancors in. I was feeling silly for taking those out. And what do we think about Oronarl is? And that one card he could have been holding that he never played could easily have been Journey to Nowhere. So I think I want to bring in Aura Knowledge. Let's see, he didn't play any Squadron Hawks then. Maybe he took those out for whatever he brought in. So maybe I'll take the Scattershot Archers out. Now let's see what we have here. He also has, he probably brought in that the Core Sanctifier. Typically that's not a main deck card. So what card should I take out? Thinking I will just take out Monomorphos. It makes my white cards weaker, but this is a pretty tough matchup to go up against. Now, I could see bringing in a Relic to fight against Prismatic Strands. In fact, I'll bring in one Relic for the Aura Knowledge. And I will run this. Oh boy. I'll get a token and then I'll have white mana cards with no white mana. So I will mulligan that hand. This hand is much, much better. I could play the Umbra turn 1 or the Gladecover Scout turn 1. I feel I want to go Gladecover Scout turn 1, turn 2, Utopia Sprawl Rancor. That way when my Gladecover Scout dies, I'll get the Rancor back for the Ledgewalker. Anything but a standard bear here. Alright, Core Skyfisher is fine. I wouldn't mind trading that with the Gladecover Scout because it makes my Ledgewalker better. Already blocks, so that makes it more likely that this Ledgewalker will get some work done. Now he could just end up playing some Squadron Hawks now that I took out my Archers. No plays on his part. What could he be holding then? I would imagine it would have to be Guardians of the Guild Pact and Golems. Maybe with some Prismatic Strands as well. So 3 mana looks like Oblivion Ring. Alright. So you're going to go for the Rancor or the Utopia Sprawl. Alright, he went with the Rancor. We have an Armadillo Cloak here. Now we start gaining some life. Oh. Core Sanctifiers, taking out the Armadillo Cloak. Draw a useless forest. Make our guy a 3/3. And attack. He has 5 cards in hand. Given that he wasn't playing cards at 2 mana, makes me think that it's a lot of things like Core Sanctifiers, which are not. It's not exactly what I want to go up against. Alright, so he plays the Skyfisher, which means he gets to use the Sanctifier again next turn. And Squadron Hawk, which can block the Ledgewalker after he destroys the Ethereal Armor. So this game isn't going swimmingly, to say the least. Or he decides to chump to preserve his life total. That Ethereal Armor is not going to be lasting very long. Razor Golem and the Core Sanctifiers will be coming in. Well, at least the Ledgewalker still has an evasive ability that we can abuse. But we're trading off 3 damage for 7, so we really need to draw another Armadillo Cloak to have a chance. Swing is for 7. No reason to use Tangle just yet. Loyal Cathar. Squadron Hawk. Oh, Squadron Hawk means without something else we can't attack with the Ledgewalker. We just need to draw another Armadillo Cloak. 3 more in the deck. Draw a forest. Attacks with everyone but one hawk, which is what I would do if I was him. Two of his guys have vigilance, which really makes Tangle not nearly as good as Moment's Peace. So I guess I'll just use the Tangle here. And hope to give myself some time to draw Armadillo Cloak, which still won't match up as well against what we're going up against. Is he using a pump spell even though I cast Tangle? Now he's undoing. It makes me think he has one of the pump spells. Maybe I cast my fog effect a little too early. Draw Bogle number 2, which I really was hoping was going to be Armadillo Cloak number 2. Guess I will chump block the Razor Golem. Another Loyal Cathar. Another Squadron Hawk. And another Forest. Great. So we've had a lot of completely useless draws in a row. And if I drew an Armadillo Cloak, I was hoping maybe we could time our opponent out, but drawing plenty of land is not going to let that happen. Looks like we lose here. I'll block just in case my opponent somehow manages to lose his connection. And Ethereal Armor. Well, we came close to timing our opponent out, but it's to beat us with 40 seconds left, and we didn't draw that well. At least for this matchup. Well, we still have the potential to be in the prizes here, so. We had 5 spells coming up in a row. Alright, see you for round 3.